Hey, good evening, guys. This is Alan. This video is about microwaves. Um, Most people in our culture today use these things to. It seems to be like a just a quick thing to do. Cook things up and buy something fast like a McDonald's or Hardee's or French fries or these little TV dinners or something, and then we just pop them in the microwave, and then about a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, we're ready to go and ready to eat. Well, it seems convenient as it is, but at the same time, do you ever stopped and wondered if maybe these microwave ovens are not necessarily beneficial of how they are not beneficial at all to your health at all. Did you know that microwaves produce radiation? It's been proven. I'm going to read this article. So when I read this article, it will be proven to you and some few facts and things so that you will understand yourself. It said it's possible that millions of people are ignorantly sacrificing their health in exchange for the convenience of microwave ovens. Why did the Soviet Union ban the use of microwave ovens in 1976? Who invented microwave ovens and why? The answer to these questions may shock you into throwing your microwave oven in the trash. Over 90% of American homes have microwave ovens used for meal preparation. Because microwave ovens are so convenient and energy efficient as compared to conventional ovens, very few homes or restaurants are without them in general. People believe that whatever a microwave oven does to foods cooked in it doesn't have any negative effect on either the food or them. Of course, if microwave ovens were really harmful, our government would never allow them on the market, would they? Would they? Regardless of what has been officially released concerning microwave ovens, we have personally stopped using are based on the research facts outlined in this article. The purpose of this report is to show proof, evidence, that microwave cooking is not natural nor healthy and is far more dangerous to the human body than anyone could imagine. However, the microwave oven manufacturers, Washington city politics, and plain old human nature are suppressing the facts and evidence. Because of this, people are continuing to microwave their food in blissful ignorance, without knowing the effects and dangers of doing so. Microwaves are a form of electromagnetic energy, like light waves or radio waves, and occupy a part of electromagnetic spectrum of power or energy. Microwaves are very short waves of electromagnetic energy that travel at the speed of light. In our modern technological age, microwaves are used to relay long-distance telephone signals, television programs, and computer information across the Earth or to a satellite in space. But the microwave is most familiar to us as energy source for cooking food. Every microwave oven contains a magnetron, a tube in which electrons are affected by magnetic and electric fields in such a way as to produce microwave-length radiation at about 2,450 megahertz or 2.45 gigahertz. This microwave radiation interacts with the molecules in food. All wave energy changes polarity from positive to negative with each cycle of the wave. In microwaves, these polarity changes happen millions of times every second. Food molecules, especially the molecules of water, have positive and negative in the same way a magnet has a north and south polar thing. In commercial models, the oven has a power input of about 1,000 watts of alternating current. As these microwaves generated from the magnetron bombard the food, they cause the polar molecules to rotate at the same frequency millions of times a second. All this agitation creates molecular friction, which heats up the food. The friction also causes substantial damage to the surrounding molecules, often tearing them apart or forcibly deforming them. The scientific name for the deformation is structural osmosis. By comparison, microwaves from the sun are based on principles a pulsed direct current that don't create frictional heat. Microwave ovens are alternating current creating frictional heat. A microwave oven produces a spiked wavelength of energy with all the power going into only one narrow frequency of the energy spectrum. Energy from the sun operates in a wide frequency spectrum. Many terms are used in describing electromagnetic waves such as wavelength, altitude, cycle, and frequency. Wavelength determines the type of radiation. Radio, X-ray, ultraviolet, visible, infrared. Altitude determines the extent of movement measured from the starting point. Cycle determines the unit of frequency, such as cycles per second. Hertz, cycle second. Frequency determines the number of occurrences within a given time period. The number of occurrences, a reoccurring process per unit. And just to do this in short, so because it's a long article and we would be here all night, but it says radiation equals spreading energy with electromagnetic waves. Another key point: mother's instincts are right on the sixth sense. Every mother has it. Impossible to argue. Have you ever tried it? Children will never win against a mother's intuition. It's unlikely to argue with the arm appearing out of nowhere that pinned you to the back of the seat when your mother slammed the brakes. This is some kind of story. But microwaves are unsafe for baby's milk. A number of warnings has been made public, but have been barely noticed. For example, young families, the Minnesota Extension Service of the University of Minnesota published the following in 1989. This will be really cool. Although microwaves heat food quickly, they are not recommended for heating a baby's bottle. The bottle may seem cool to the touch, but the liquid inside may become extremely hot and could burn the baby's mouth and throat. Also, the buildup of steam as a closed container, such as the baby's bottle, could cause it to explode. Heating the bottle in a microwave can cause slightly changes in the milk. In infant formulas, there may be a loss of some vitamins. In express breast milk, some protective properties may be destroyed. Warming a bottle by holding it under a tap water or by setting it in a bowl of warm water, then testing it on your wrist before feeding may take a few minutes longer, but it is safer. Dr. Leda Lee of Hawaii reported on December 9th, 1989, there was a lawsuit in microwave blood kills patients. Here's another thing. In 1991, there was a lawsuit in Oklahoma concerning the hospital use of microwave oven to warm blood needed in a transfusion. The cause involved a hip surgery patient, Norma Levitt, who died from a simple blood transfusion. It seems the nurse had warmed the blood in a microwave oven. This tragedy makes it very apparent that there's much more to heating with microwave than we've been led to believe. Blood for transfusion is routinely warmed, but not in microwave ovens. In the case of Miss Levitt, the microwave altered the blood and it killed her. It's very obvious that this form of microwave radiation heating does something to the substance it heats. It also becomes quite apparent that people who process food in a microwave oven are also ingesting these unknowns. Because the body is electrical-chemical in nature, any force that disrupts or changes human electrical-chemical events will affect the physiology of the body. This is further discovered by the Robert O. Becker's book, The Body Electric, and in Ellen Sugarman's book, Warning. The electric around you may be hazardous to your health. And then it's got some other scientific evidence. Swiss clinical study. This is pretty good study. I would have to browse through this stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to say you've got some very good positive things. Even the Nazis, for their use in their mobile support operations, originally developed a microwave radio mixture cooking oven to use for the invasion of Russia by being able to utilize electric equipment for preparation of meals on a mass scale. The logistical problem of cooking fuels would have been eliminated, as well as the convenience of producing eligible products and greatly reduced time factor. After the war, the Allies discovered medical research done by the Germans on microwave ovens. These documents, along with working microwave ovens, were transferred to the United States War Department and classified for reference and further scientific investigation. The Russians had also retrieved some microwave ovens and now have, through research on their biological effects, as a result, their use was outlawed in the Soviet Union. The Soviets issued an international warning on the health hazards, both biological and environmental, of microwave ovens and similarly frequently electronic devices. Other Eastern European scientists also reported the harmful effects of microwave radiation and set up strict environmental limits for their usage. The United States has not accepted the European reports of harmful effects, even though the EPA estimates that radio frequency and microwave radiation sources in America are increasing at 15% per year. Wow. Carcinogens in microwave food. Man, this is a lot of stuff. Microwaving milk and cereal grains converted some of their amino acids into carcinogens. Thawing frozen foods, converting their glucoside and containing fractions in substances. Extremely short exposure of raw, cooked, or frozen vegetables converted their plant alkaloids into carcinogens. Carcinogenic free radicals were formed in microwave plants, especially root vegetables, decreased in nutritional value. Russian researchers also reported a marked acceleration of structural degradation, leading to a decreased food value of 60 to 90% of all foods tested. Among the changes observed were decreased bioavailability of vitamin B complex, vitamin C, vitamin E, essential minerals, and liptic factors in all food tested. Various kinds of damage to many plant substances such as alkaloids, gluticides, nutricides, the degradation of nuclear proteins in meats. And it goes on and on about sickness and disease and things of that nature. So if you guys want any more information or some other things, on, as I said in previous videos, some alternatives that you can do. Naturally we can eat the organic food and things like that, and check out my website to do that if you want to do that. But at the same time, it's also very important that you know, as I've said in times before, what you're doing with your food, how you're cooking it, things of that nature, so that your food can become healthy and that we're not putting radioactive poisons in our food and damaging the food and that kind of thing. So learning and knowledge is power. So I would definitely strongly advise you to take this advice and just keep on going beyond. We'll talk to you later. Bye.